Hope you're having a great day. I'm hopping on here to show you how we're going to put our signatures together for our Easter journals. And I'm going to do a quick recap. This is actually video number 4. And this is a collaboration that I'm doing with Meg from Chasing Retro. And we're both making Easter journals out of little golden books and other books. And we're going to exchange ours and sell some and just working our way through. And what I've done so far, if you haven't seen the previous videos and you wanted to learn how to take your spine off and add a spine that's thicker, you can go back and preview my videos. I'll put the links below. Those are videos 1, 2, and 3. And there's some happy mail that we received from each other, but I'm showing you how to put the spine on and sharing some printables with you. And today we're going to put our signatures together, and I'm going to show you a few different ways. Some people, so let me just start off showing you. What's going to happen is our pages are going to be too long. And so I'm going to show you different ways to trim them and what I do with them. Some people fold their pages, some people trim the edges here, but I'm going to show you what I do. This first page, well, let me just go through the signature and show you what I've put together so far for the first signature. And then I'll go through and show you how to trim the pages and what to do with that. So this is my first signature. And I just use some of my printables. I still need to trim the edges. And excuse my fingernails, I've been coffee dyeing. And okay, so what I've done is put the pages together, and what I like to sort of like match with the pages that I'm adding to the illustrations in the book. And so these are daisies, and this is a printable that I need to trim the edges, like I said. And this printable I would try to make to coincide with the pages in the book. Another printable of mine. And so see what I'm doing, I'm trying to match up and make them coincide with each other. And then this has some green there. And this is the bunny with the Easter egg. And then I used Easter eggs there. And sometimes we have paper that has the price on it on the back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that into a pocket, and I'll show you how we'll do that today. Easy way to cover up the prices and stuff of our paper. And so I just throw some paper together, some doilies, and this is going to be the center of my signature. And I love this because it's a pattern, and I love how retro it looks, and I turned it into a pocket. And I'm going to put out on my Ko-Fi it will be a free scan. I don't know if I'll get in trouble or not. It's just going to be a scan, and if I got to take it down, I take it down. But I'll put the scan out there of the front and the back. And you could print one and put it in your junk journal. So let's go back to the beginning. And what I've done with this first page is I have trimmed the edge. I'll show you the next one. And like we have them numbered. Trim the edge about 1/2 inch, and then I put washi tape to attach them, and I try to put washi tape that matches with the pages. So I'm going to show you how I trim it and give you a few different options so you have an idea. This is why I number my pages so I can put them back. Put that back there. And I'm going to get my cutter. So some people don't trim this and they just leave them together and they'll fold their paper to make it fit. But I like to trim it so it doesn't stick out. And I'm just going, and I eyeball it, but I'm just going to do a 1/2 inch. And here's a trick that you could do that some people do also. Usually what I do is washi tape, but you can also, if you don't have washi tape, you can use this piece that you cut off, and we'll go ahead and do that with this one, just to give you an idea of the different ways. You could use that same piece here and glue your page down. So you'll glue it right along here, and you make sure it folds, and you could glue it there. I'll show you that way, and then I'll show you the way I washi tape. I grabbed some paper so I don't get the glue on the table. I'm just going to use a glue stick and take it down the middle and on both sides. And then we're going to line this up. And place it in there. And we're going to line this one up and place it in there. So we're not wasting anything. What we cut off, we're reusing and taking our page in. So that's how that looks. I prefer the washi tape way, and you could even add washi tape over that if you want. Now I'll show you the way to do it with washi tape. Okay, so that gives you, that's the first way to do it. We're taking this, trimming it with our paper cutter, 1/2 inch. I just eyeball it like I said. And now what I'm going to do, you could use a washi tape that you like that matches the pages, or you could go with something that's not going to show up that much. So what I think I'm going to do here is to use this one. And I leave a tiny gap there. Take my tape and apply it. Flip it around. I go ahead and trim it. Some people just wrap it around, which you can do also. We could do either way. We can just go back up this way. Whoopsie daisy. My paper underneath is getting away from me. Might be easier just to trim it, but whatever works for you. And you could just take your finger and glide it. And then trim the top. You could even use masking tape if you don't have washi tape. This one has like a light wood color to it. So So that's the other way to shorten your pages and put them together. Also, say you don't care if these pages are in order and you're just adding your pages and you don't want it to be the full story and you don't have to read it. You can also take your pages, cut it and take a page and just fold it in half. So there's so many options. There's no right or wrong way. It depends on how you're using the journal and if you want the whole story to be in there. So those are our options. And so what I do is I just go through, find pages that I think will go together and that will coincide. So this is going to be our first signature. In my second signature, I'm not going to put these book pages in there. My second and third signature are going to be random pages. For example, I'm going to use maybe a Dick and Jane book because I love this, how she's got the bonnet and they're with the flowers, and I just think that looks Eastery. So I'm going to use that in my second signature, and I'm going to use other book pages from other books. For example, let me get this other one. I loved this page. And it says Easter in Other Lands, and it's out of this book. And so I want to use some of the pages from this book. I already took the staples out. I love how they're making Easter eggs. So what I do is just gather stuff together, and I get my scrapbook paper and just start putting the pages inside of each other and see what I like with each thing. So so that has blues in it. This has blues, so I like the look of that together. And I just start folding pages. Say you don't have tons of scrapbook paper. Just use regular paper, and say you want to dress it up. Let me give you an example. Say you could use punches with it. Just reaching. So I have you could use punches along the edges and make it fancier like that. It could be just random punches in it. And you don't have to go all the way along. There's just so many ways. There's no right or wrong way about doing your journal. So look, we just made this a little bit fancier and added some flowers. And I just start gathering and seeing what I like together. I found some old recipes. This is Easter bonnet salad. I love that. This says stuffed eggs. So I just go through my stuff and see what I like and just start folding them and randomly putting a signature together. Let's see. I'm just showing you my process. I sort of like if I fold this one like that, and I'm trying to see what's on the other side. I like showing the little girl with the eggs and the trees and trying to see what's here. And we're just putting pages together. And let's see what else I have saved. And this book is going to be for Meg. And so I remember her saying she likes bright colors. So I thought I would do some daffodils. And I made the spine 2 inches. And so when I do a spine that's 2 inches, this is out of an Ideals magazine. So see how the pages are a little brittle. And I might do some tape on that edge. We'll see. Anyhow, what was I saying? I can't do 2 things at once, maybe. So this one says Easter. Oh, and I like how that's like a shed. And I'm gonna just fold pages together. So mine, like I said, is gonna be a 2-inch spine, and it's gonna have 4 signatures. And my front and my first signature will have the book pages from this, and my last signature. And in between, we'll have other book pages and other paper that I put together. So I've saved pages from my Bunny Blue book that I love. How cute is he? So, oh my gosh, I just love him right there. And here we go. See how that sort of just goes? It brings out the colors. So I just add my pages and work with it. Fold them the way I want them. You could be creative about the way you fold them. What else do I have over here? I have some other pages. I love how this has tulips. So I'm gonna fold that. Let's add, and you can go back and trim the pages. Don't worry about trimming them now. Just gather stuff. For example, I'm going to maybe use this paper, or I do like this paper, and I'll go back and trim it later. So I just fold it and put it together how I want it. So just giving you an example, and you just start gathering and putting your signatures together. And once we've done that, and at this time too, before our next video, we'll go through our signatures and we'll sew them in. I'll show you how to sew them in. But before you do that, before we sew our pages in, you'll want to do, if there's trim you want to put on the edges, say you want to put your pages through the sewing machine, it's easier to do now than after you get it in your book. So if you wanted to put ribbon, you'll run it through the sewing machine before we do that. Hope that makes sense. What else did I want to tell you about our signatures? And you can make pockets, and say after you get your pages put in, say there's something that you forgot to put in there and you want it to be a page, you could do a flip out. There's so many options. There's no right, no wrong way. Just start with just putting your stuff together and dropping stuff. Anyhow, I'm just folding pages, and let me show you another idea. Say you don't have a book and you don't want to do a little golden book, but you want to somehow do an Easter journal. Let me show you some other options that you could do that I think I'm going to do. I find myself, oh, and I want to show you recipe books. Another recipe book I thought was so cute that I'm going to use. I'm going to put that in. Anyhow, see, this is my ADD brain going everywhere. Let me show you. Back to, if you don't have a little golden book, I have this printable out there on my Ko-Fi page, and I'll have that link below. I'm going to do a journal like this for myself for Easter, and I'm going to this is going to be the cover, And then I have it on cardstock. And then I'm going to put some paper underneath it and squish it up and just make a journal for myself, just for me to write in. And here's the thing. I decided I was going to do printables because I can never find paper that I love with lines. So I made these, and I'll be more apt to write in my journals if I have lines. I don't know why, that's just how I'm wired. And so I've made some printables with lines and that have pretty flowers on it. And let me show you the different ones I've made. And I'm gonna have that out of my coffee. I did this one. I don't know, some of them I printed on the back. The first two I think I printed on the front and back. So I just feed it back through there. I love the daffodils for Easter. And then I did some other pages. It could go either way. It has lines. I love the wood look of this and love these flowers, and it has lines. Here's the daffodils again. Love this one. So say you want some pretty pages with lines, this will be out of my Ko-Fi. And I'll also be adding free printables. And I have that somewhere here too. So they're just slightly different in color, and some of the flowers are different. So to give you a sample of, you could see them up against each other. This one has more pinks and this one has more yellows. I don't know how great my lighting is in here. So you get an example, and then these are some neutral pages I'm going to put out there too. So, but I wanted to show you my free printables. They're here somewhere safe. So this is a scanned pillowcase, but what I'm going to do, this is a free printable, and how cute is this? He's going to be free too, and he could be a tuck spot, or you could put in your page and tuck behind here, glue them down. And then this I thought could be a great pocket, and it could be fussy cut out. And let's see, that will be out there free. And also I wanted to show you different patterns if you have patterns, go through your patterns and see, because you could put them sideways and use them as pockets in your journals. And I was just shocked how many of mine had little bunnies on them. Just showing you how cute the patterns can be to use in there. And go through any music books you have. I found this one that says on this blessed Easter day, and has daffodils. And then I love the children on the back. I'm going to use that as a page. And then spring has come. And then this is May baskets. Those will be pages. And then I found one that said daffodils. So go through your music. You'll be surprised how many different types you can use for your journals, for your Easter journal. Go through coloring books. I thought this is cute. And what I'll do is I'll probably fold her up and put her in a pocket, and someone can color it. Say you have little treat bags. You could turn this and use it as a pocket. And it will be a page in your journal, but pockets on each side. The same thing, you just trim this end off, and then you'll have pockets on each side. some other things that I found that I thought were interesting. I found this old food coloring egg dye box that I'm just going to take apart. Oh my gosh, it still has it in there. I'm going to take that apart, and that's going to be a tuck spot or a pocket. I thought that was neat. Look through your playing cards. I found these that say Peeps on them. And look at how cute will this be in pockets. So look around, you'll find some cute stuff, I'm sure, in your house that you didn't even think to look at. Alrighty, and say you don't have stuff, let me know. Leave a comment below. Maybe I could put little kits together and include stuff like this. Let me know if you're interested in a kit to get your Easter journal done. The other thing I said I was going to do is show you how to put a pocket on there. I trimmed this off of the edge. And remember, this is the page that had the price on it. And we're just going to add a pocket. So what do I do is I fold it and see what I need to trim off the edge and put this in my paper trimmer. Do that real quick. Trimmed it. And then we're just going to glue this in. So I just take it down. If my glue comes out. I just take it down that edge and along the bottom. Along the bottom there. And just along this edge. We're gonna, there we go. And I only need a little bit of this glue. I love it. It's the Tombow mono glue. And a dab will do you. So that's all there is to it, to adding a pocket. And now you don't show the price on the back. And fun things could be put in that pocket. And another thing I wanted to show you. Look at paint chips sometime. When you're at the, Home Depot, the hardware store. This one says egg yolk. And I'm going to, and I'll show it in my next video, I'm going to cut a bunny out in it. And there'll be negative space with a bunny. And I love that it says it's yellow and then it says egg yolk at the top. Just another fun little find. Okay, I hope this was helpful. And if you need to know how to do the spine, go back and look at my previous videos. And the next video will be sewing our signatures in. Or maybe we'll just see how far we get. But we could actually go through and see what needs trim and stuff. But come back and we'll continue on working on our Easter journals. And check out my Ko-Fi page for free printables. Alrighty, have a great day.